Women can't be firefighters because they're not strong enough.
Women aren't brave enough to be firefighters and they wouldn't run into a burning building.
It's a man's job, it's a man's world, women can't do it.
Girls' life aren't fit, might break a nail.
Women wouldn't be able to cope with the pressure and won't be able to live with the stress.
The working hours of a female firefighter doesn't give a woman a chance to have a family life.
The public generally think that firefighters are men, and I think that women in a male-dominated role will always face those challenges in what society expects firefighters both to look like and what they think firefighters do as a job.
Days gone by, the fire service was definitely perceived as a man's role. Today, it's more definitely diverse and is actively seeking female firefighters to join the service.
I think their perceptions are changing as time's going on, because I think there's more and more females getting into the fire service now. So when I get off the fire engine now, I don't think people are that surprised to see me.
We've moved on from 30, 40 years ago. We are firefighters, not firemen, and that's what we relate to the public. The firefighter is male and female.
Most people don't think there are female firefighters. They don't think we're capable of doing the job. What I find most people say is, are you a secretary or do you work in the offices? They say, no, I'm a female firefighter.
I knew I wanted to be a firefighter, even when I was at school. My friends didn't think I was serious. They said it was a man's job, too dangerous for women.
We'll never guess what.
What?
You know Becky?
Yeah.
She wants to be a firefighter.
No way.
Serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to be?
I don't know. I want to be a dancer.
What kind of dancer?
Street.
Obviously. I want to be a superstar. What do you want to be?
A firefighter.
What?
Really?
Seriously?
That's a man's job.
Isn't that dangerous?
You want kids and everything, you'll never get them.
You could die, or even worse, you could break a nail.
You're supposed to be my friends and be supportive.
In Staffordshire Fire and Rescue Services, there's around about 50 women in the service, and ratio to men puts it about 1 woman to 20 men.
Nationally, the figure as a percentage, that's 5.3% of our service, but nationally the figure is quite a lot lower than that.
My first taste of the service was at Student Firefighters. My teacher at school knew that I was keen on joining and suggested that I go for an interview. It was my first experience of being a firefighter. We got to work with the equipment, go on parade and do drills. It was a great experience for me. I learnt discipline and how to be a team player. The more time I spent at the station, the more activities I did, the more I knew I wanted to do this job, and my confidence and knowledge of the responsibilities of being a firefighter increased. I didn't know what to do or how to become a firefighter, so I went to my local careers advisor. He gave me some advice and suggested I go on a public services course. The course covered a variety of services, but I knew firefighting was the one for me. Towards the end of my course, one of the firefighters from the local station told me that the fire service was recruiting, and that now I was 18, I was old enough to apply. I filled out the application form online, I got through and was able to start the selection process.
I think the only barriers joining was the ones that I put there myself. I always thought that I wouldn't be able to do it, but when you actually get there and start going through the process, it's okay. The barriers I put there myself, to be perfectly honest.
I did worry about being a female in the fire service, but since I've joined, I've had nothing but support and encouragement from everyone.
If they get through that application stage, they then come up to the Fire and Rescue Service headquarters in Stone, where they do a series of paper-based tests. And those tests are situational awareness, psychometric testing, and maths and English tests that are equivalent to a maths and English GCSE grade C.
There were also physical tests that I had to complete in order to get in.
The tests that we do are standardised for men and women. and there is no difference between them at all.
Yeah, all the tests are exactly the same. The rural test is like a fitness test, so it's identical for a man or a woman. We both get the same equipment to lift and the same time to do it in, so they're identical.
They're about climbing ladders and running out hose reel and putting equipment together, and we test all of those things and they're timed. Now, if they get through those tests, we interview them about these personal qualities and attributes that we're looking for. So we make sure that they're fit enough, we make sure that they're committed to the role of a firefighter, and we make sure that they're able to carry out that role.
I was lucky enough to be successful, then my training began. Training was challenging, but I loved it and felt right at home. My work-life balance was great. I still found time to see my friends and I love my job. It's not all about fires and cutting people out of cars. The job involves a variety of tasks and new challenges such as working out in the local community.
From when a fire call's been activated from control via our pages, initially your adrenaline is always up on every job. 99% of the jobs are always different. You don't know what you're going to.
I love working with the community and I like the idea that I've actually made a difference. People in stressful situations, and a lot of the times when we get called out, people are very vulnerable, and it's nice to think you've made a difference and you've made their unfortunate incident or circumstances a little bit easier.
The thing I love about being a female firefighter is the variety. All the different calls we get and the different types of work we do. Things like getting out into the community and meeting a lot of different people.
My family life and working a shift pattern is no different than any other job. I have a lot of time for my family and my children love the fact that I'm a firefighter.
I actually think being a firefighter enhances your social life and personal life because of the shift patterns that firefighters do. Whole-time firefighters do 2 days, 2 nights and 4 off. So where some people are working 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and only have the weekend off in the evening, firefighters have weekends off, they have days off in the week, they have evenings off. So I think that managing their social life and their family life is actually easier.
If you just get used to your shift pattern and you know where you are every day of the week, so you can alter your social life around it. So for me personally, I find mine easier to manage than my friends do.
Report of RTC involving 2 vehicles, female trapped in 1 car, incident number 11657 FT.
There are situations that can be difficult, especially if it involves someone you know. I have been called to incidents where one of my closest friends was involved in a road traffic collision. It was unpleasant, but I was just relieved I could help her. My training and experience was being used to help save someone I care about.
I think women make really good firefighters because sometimes they just think outside the box a little bit. Not everything is down to brute force and strength.
They can be better suited in different situations. Example, working with children that feel a little bit vulnerable.
Sometimes at road traffic collisions and other incidents like that, women and children in particular seem to be more comforted by a female firefighter being present.
I would definitely encourage more females to join the fire service because it's an absolute superb career and there's lots out there for us to do.
It isn't just about firefighting and road traffic collisions. There's such a variety to the work. Every day is different.
You don't know until you try, and I'm pretty sure that anybody who did, once you're in the service, you'll thoroughly enjoy it.
My job may be challenging, but I enjoy the variety and the teamwork. I couldn't see myself doing anything else.